Identify workplace harassment. Workplace harassment is behavior directed towards a person in his place of work, which is consistently degrading, threatening, and offensive. This goes without saying that these actions are uncalled for and are certainly not welcome. Typically, this type of behavior would be done by an employer, other coworkers, or clients. There are several ways you may be able to identify whether a particular action constitutes a form of workplace harassment. It is important to note the signs and put a stop to it as soon as possible. Take note, however, that some actions may not apply and could be misunderstood. Workplace harassment is a frequent type of behavior, not one single incident. Some actions taken by management within reasonable bounds should not also be mistaken as workplace harassment. Identifying this correctly will help you to take the proper course of action if you feel you are being victimized. Here are some signs of workplace harassment. Verbal abuse. If you are frequently being screamed at, especially in the presence of other coworkers, this is one type of harassment. The use of profane language or curses directed at you is almost a sure sign that you are being harassed. Remember that there is a time and a venue for everything. There is also a proper manner of getting a message across without being offensive and distasteful with choices of words. Frequent humiliation and ridicule. Sarcastic remarks, lewd gestures, and other forms of insults are harassments. This becomes even more obvious if they are done in front of other people and are meant to degrade your character. Discriminatory remarks, whether racial or pertaining to your faith, can be taken as harassment as well. Work sabotage. If a coworker or employer deliberately keeps certain information from you that would render you incapable of doing your work properly, or if messages you need to know are withheld from you, this constitutes for harassment. Anyone who keeps you from performing your best with acts of malice should be stopped immediately. Consistent threats of dismissal. An employer who criticizes no end and continuously threatens that you may lose your job for no valid reason is displaying workplace harassment. If criticisms are not meant to be constructive and only bring you lower, consider your next step. You will be able to tell when they are given with ill intentions. An employer is supposed to be able to uplift and motivate you to do your best. If you know that you are giving your work everything you've got and still remain unappreciated, and if you are frequently being threatened of getting fired in spite of your best performance, this is a definite sign of harassment. There is absolutely no reason why you would need to be subjected to harassment in your workplace. You must take the necessary course of action to make sure that this does not continue. It is very difficult to function where you are made uncomfortable and hampered from performing a good job. You have every right just as anyone else to do your work effectively and with complete peace of mind. Stand firm on your rights and put a stop to workplace harassment.